Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Trev back again, here to bring you another video. So it's been a while since I've done a figure video, and the reason why is actually because I've been working on some customs, and I really haven't had much time to do videos because the customs have taken up so much time. I didn't think they were going to be that long, but right off the bat, I'll get right down to it. You guys know how much I love these Neca turtles, and you know, we've never really gotten a good Shredder figure. We just haven't. He's one of my favorite characters of any comic book series, of any show, of anything. He's just an awesome character. My favorite incarnation of the Shredder is from the 2003 cartoon. So I based this custom off him, and this guy took me 3 weeks to make this. NECA was supposed to release one, and it was one of, in terms of how long I've been collecting for, probably one of the biggest disappointments ever was that NECA showed an awesome Shredder figure and then they just did not release him, and it was just so frustrating. I know that any of you guys who are really looking forward to that, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. It was just really one of the most frustrating things, for them to do that, for them to show the second series of that line and then just keep delaying and then never release it. So NECA is kind of one of those companies. It's like, I love the figures they make, and because I love the figures they make so much, the fact that they did that just really ticked me off. So I've been wanting to make a Shredder for the longest time, and I like how he turned out. He's pretty much done. I just got to paint the foot symbol on the belt there, on that left side of the belt, from where you're looking, your left. And the Shredder from the cartoon only has blades on one hand, and he has a gray color scheme. He doesn't have the purple of the old, and he doesn't have rounded blades. He has sort of like straight blades like that. And so everything you see on him is basically sculpted detail. I mean, like, pretty much everything. Basically, I used 2 figures to create this guy, and I'll show them to you in detail. He is a combination of basically the NECA Street Fighter Akuma figure and Samurai Spawn. And basically the shoulder pads and the belt, not the belt, but the skirt thing, are taken from the Samurai Spawn figure, and everything else is sculpted completely onto it. The shoulder spikes are sculpted on top of the Samurai Spawn. The head is completely sculpted. I had to cut off the hair. And believe it or not, this is the Akuma body. And the reason why I use that body is because it's got awesome articulation. He retains almost all of his articulation, pretty much, except for the shoulder pads do hinder a bit. This is loose fitting the skirt, so it doesn't really hinder his articulation there either. And I'm not telling you this because I'm trying to sell him. He's not for sale. This guy took me like a month to do. I would never sell him. I don't care if somebody offered me $1,000. To me, he's worth more, because when you really put a lot of work into something, sometimes you just want to show it off. So let me know what you guys think about this, about this figure. And if you want the recipe, like I said, it's the Akuma body, Alves epoxy sculpt. The blades on his hand are created from dollar store blades, and just a lot of hard work, a lot of hours, and a lot of painting. So I like the way he turned out. I think he turned out exactly how I wanted. He's my favorite Shredder, the one from the cartoon, because he's so badass. He's actually, if you guys don't know, he's actually an Utrom, which is kind of like Krang. He's a Krang, so inside his body there is actually an Utrom, and the Shredder himself is an Utrom, which kind of helps the storyline out a little bit, because it makes it so that the Shredder's been around for, a really long time. He's not, he's not young or anything. He doesn't have the lifespan of a human being. He's got the lifespan of an Utrom. So he can live for, thousands of years, that kind of thing. So it kind of makes him feel like more OG. And anyway, I'm rambling a bit about the character. You guys know the Shredder. He's Orokusaki. He's awesome. I think the height is good with the turtles. So really glad the way that turned out. Just wanted to show you guys that. Moving on then, because I know you're not all turtle fans. The next custom I've been working on was the Cyclops. This Cyclops here, he's not a bad figure, but the Cyclops from the 90s cartoon show was a little bit bulkier. He was a little bit more tanked. He didn't look like Spider-Man. This one looks like Spider-Man. His body mold is really skinny. It just doesn't, For me, it doesn't do it. He's too skinny. He doesn't feel like Cyclops. I really like the DC Universe Classics body mold, and I thought that for Cyclops, it's pretty much perfect. So as you can see, you know, he's way bigger than this guy. He turned out pretty good. He didn't take me long. This one was just a head swap, and you know, basically sculpted details. And what body did I use for this? I used a black suited Superman for this, believe it or not. So yeah, so he turned out really good for a black suited Superman, I think. Really well. And the head is from that X-Men Classics figure there. So yeah, he turned out really good. He looks good with the X-Men. He's pretty much my favorite Cyclops. I basically did this because the MU Cyclops is awesome. Pretty much perfect, and I wanted to have one in 6-inch, so it wasn't too bad. That custom wasn't hard. The next custom I was working on was the Multiple Men. This one kind of came from Shartimus Prime. He did them, and I bid on his, but I never won them, so I was working on my own. I created 6 of them. And there's Wolverine in there somewhere, getting his you know, ass handed to him by all the Multiple Men. And I like the way they turned out. They turned out pretty good. I made 6 of them. I might make some more. I was debating maybe making 11, but total, because you can get those figures really cheap. The problem is cutting them up is quite a bitch, but you know, I think 6 is probably enough. I probably won't do any more. It looks pretty cool. And I'm starting to get into Star Wars figures a little bit. 3 3/4 inch, you know, you guys know I'm not really a fan of, but for Star Wars, for some reason, I just feel like it's okay for them. And I think it's because they have so many play sets, they have so many vehicles, that if you were to make them in 6-inch, those vehicles and play sets would either not be possible, cost-wise, or they would just be like so expensive that you would just be like, you know, like they would be huge, you know, like any kind of ships or vehicles or anything with the Star Wars figures. If they were in 6-inch scale, these things would be unmanageably big. You know, the ships and all that stuff, all the vehicles, the AT-ATs, everything, they would just be crazy big. And I really like the vintage line. They got great articulation. They have articulation to either equal MU or better than MU figures, and I just like the look of them. I think that they look really nice. I think they look better than MUs in a lot of ways. The modern MUs are really nice, but I don't know, for some reason I really like them, and they're only like, you know, you can get them pretty good price in a lot of cases. So I might start collecting some of those, you know, and you know, eat healthy, banana, eat healthy, good reminder. The new Sentinel's coming out next month, so that should be interesting to see how good that is and how that turns out and stuff. I started a poll if you guys want to, you know, leave your opinions and vote on it. Nothing too big, just basically which Sentinel do you prefer? Do you prefer the MU, the new one coming out, or do you prefer the Toy Biz? It's gotten quite a few responses so far. You can go over to marvelousnews.com, go to the forum section, sign up for an account if you don't have one, and you can vote on you know, which Sentinel you think will be better, the ML or the MU. Most people are saying ML right now. ML's in the lead, but we'll see what happens when the new one comes out. I mean, I'll definitely do a video comparing it and let you guys know what I think. There's another custom I did real fast, just a repaint. It's a Spawn figure, and I repainted him to the Sentinel colors, and I think he fits in okay. The next one I'm going to be working on is going to be a Bastion eventually. Now, I hate doing customs, but you know, if you want to get certain figures, the only way you can really do it is if you start customizing. You get a customizer to do it, and the cost for people to customize is pretty big. So anyway, real quick, I'll just show the Batcave, and then I'll end on that. Yeah, actually, there was one other thing I wanted to show, and that is the Marvel Select Gambit. This thing is gorgeous. If you guys haven't seen this, you might want to head out to your local comic book shop. The card is really nice. I haven't been able to open them just because, I mean, if you look at it, it's such a nice card. It's such a nice design, you know, to have on the wall. It really, if you compare it to the ML Gambit, it really blows it away in terms of, you know, look and everything. Yeah, I don't want to go on too long, guys. That's pretty much it for now. I'll see you again probably in a couple weeks. I'll do another video. Later. Peace.